Welcome everybody to X Games Aspen 2018. Night number 2, Friday night under the lights, and it's the perfect night for the Real Cost men's snowboard big air. And look at the crowd, the fatheads. There's Mark McMorris up there. And I am your host, Jack Matrani, sandwiched in between the two best commentators in action sports and the best dressed, Craig McMorris and Brando Graham. How are we doing tonight?
Oh my goodness, big air. This is one of our favorite events, Jackie. We're talking progression in real time. 8 of the best snowboarders on the planet putting it down onto the biggest jump in the land. Nothing gets Craiger and I more fired up than that.
You know who also is fired up, folks? Chris Corning, the rookie, starting this thing off. The kid's got a quadruple cork. You're going to hear that trick call a lot. That's what's going to get you onto the podium.
We're getting right into it. The 25-minute jam. Chris Corning, an X Games rookie.
1, 2, 3, airing out a backside triple cork. That's the way you kick off a big air final, folks. Jack, what do you think?
I think that's the best way to do it. These guys have to spin right and they have to spin left. So Chris Corning just warming it up. He's got some time. It's jam format. Brando?
Yeah, Chris Corning making his X Games debut. He was really made for this event. We do know he has the quadruple cork, which we'll be talking about all night. We'll see if he puts that down. Next to drop in, Canadian Tyler Nicholson.
This kid's a bulldog. He's a beast. He rides more than any other rider in this field, and as you mentioned, that format change where the rider has to spin right and left, this is very advantageous to Tyler Nicholson because he can spin all 4 ways. Starting things off with a big switch backside.
Going too big. Unfortunately, a little too far.
Tyler, a member of that Canadian Olympic team, of course his teammate Mark McMorris, and as well Max PARROT, heavy favorites in this event.
Now, you see Tyler Nicholson spinning a switch backside. When we say switch, that is the unnatural way of riding. And when I say backside, he turns or initiates the rotation with his back towards the takeoff. Backside, switch backside, front side, switch front side. A guy who can do all 4 of those as well, Yuki Kodono from Japan, Brando.
Yuki Kodono has 4 X Games medals. He's won this event before. It was in our Norway event. He's yet to do it here in Aspen, but he certainly has the tricks.
What's he going to start it out with?
Backside triple cork, 16-20. That's how you get a score on the board, boys. 2 jumps added together. 1 jump is scored out of 50. Your second jump is scored out of 50. Those are added together. That is how you get that high out of 100 score.
And you got to stack those bangers early. It's a 25-minute jam, but you get those positive net tricks out the way, then you know you can only go up from there. So a solid first start from you.
But just a 30 right there, boys. Just a 30. Is that low?
That is very low.
That is interesting, but that's what the judges are accustomed to seeing. They're ready to see progression in real time. They want to see tricks they've never seen before. How about this story? Seve de Boek, an X Games rookie out of Belgium, making his debut. He was the 4th alternate, boys.
But it doesn't look like that. Airmailing a backside triple cork, 1440, 4 full rotations, 3 off-kilter dips. And what I like about this one, Jack, is the way he grabs in between the bindings with that backhand.
What a Cinderella story it is for Seve de Boek. As we said, the 4th alternate, due to injuries, gets to come to the big show. But there you see the names. Marcus Cleveland, of course, Max PARROT, and Mark McMorris. Those 3, it will be a battle to see who ends up with gold tonight.
Here's a look back at the top. MONS RØISLAND, the Norwegian.
This is MONS' 5th X Games appearance. He's never medaled in big air. He's got a bronze. He did it in slopestyle. What can he do to get on the podium in big air?
Going natural backside 1440 triple cork. Now, what I like about MONS is he's got a sneaky card in the back pocket. A switch backside triple 1620. I'm not speaking jargon. He's taken off switch, 4.5 full rotations, 3 off-kilter dips. Very, very technical trick here, just opting for a triple cork 1440. He can add another 180 onto that.
So what's going to happen? Is he going to have to do that again? I saw he put his hand down on the landing. Judges obviously do not want to see that. They want to see perfect stuck landings. And speaking of someone who can do that, back to the top, Mark McMorris.
Craig's little brother, Mark, in his 10th X Games appearance. He's got 14 medals.
And this is why. 1, 2, 3.5.
Oh, that's
backside triple 16 and does not put it down. You got to shake the nerves off, Mark.
Mark has won this event outright 3 times before. Can he add a 4th to his collection? Take another look.
Well, at this point right here, between Max Parrot and Mark McMorris, both Canadian, both have 6 big air medals at the X Games. If either one of them gets one tonight, they will surpass the other and be the most winningest big air athlete of all time. Mark McMorris, I know him pretty well. Pretty much since he was born, he's very competitive. He wants it.
How about he's coming with a vengeance right here? Not winning last year, he wants it.
Very good
back to
point.
the top, Brando. Who do we got?
18-year-old Marcus Cleveland. We saw him land the quad last year. What's he got for his first attempt in 2018?
Oh, that's a hard slam. Kind of looked like he was going for a quad jack.
Kind of looked like it there, but it looks like he is okay.
Just so talented, a prodigy. He probably practiced less on this jump than anyone else, but he probably doesn't need it. Here's a look at the format. As we've said, our heat of 8 riders here in the 25-minute jam session that's already started, and as many runs as possible in 25. Your best 2 scores count.
And that new rule just being added in, you got to spin once left, you got to spin once right. Last year, Max Parrot won with a quad underflip and a quad 18, both spinning the same way. Triple 18
this time around.
Our defending gold medalist, Max Parrot.
Wow. I don't think you can do a frontside triple cork any better than that. Just lets it breathe, Jack.
Automatic. He's also won this event 3 times. He's hungry. That's the thing. Not only has this guy dominated this event, I'd be hard-pressed to find someone hungrier in this contest.
Max Parrot, Jack, always rides with a chip on his shoulder. He wins practice, he always wins qualifiers, and he really wants to win finals too.
He's there the first moment practice opens and until it is done, and you can just see why right there. Puts it down. Let's see his score coming in at 30, so judges keeping him pretty low right off the bat here.
Boys, you're seeing the pace up from the top again. Here's Chris Corning with his 2nd attempt.
Frontside melon 1440, really digging the toes in at the end to keep it upright. This is where strategy comes into play here. Every rider in this field has a trick that can probably get them in the 40s, maybe even high 45, 46, but it's that backup trick.
Absolutely.
That's what gets you on the podium.
A perfect score would be 50 in this particular event.
Look at him save that landing too. Must spend a lot of time in the gym there. A lot of core control.
Chris Corning, granite court.
So obviously we need to see tricks for both the left and right. Wants to replace that 26 certainly on the left, and will look to replace that trick on the right. And just like that, Tyler Nicholson dropping in. A silver medal in slope style last year, still looking for his first ever big air medal.
Tyler Nicholson, regular footed rider, dropping in switch, his unnatural way of riding, initiating that switch backside 1620, and that was a very uninvited landing.
Does not pull it around. Not looking too happy about that.
Riders are going big. Riders are trying to get that first run down, but we've seen a couple falls. Is it nerves?
It must be nerves. You know, these are the first couple hits that these guys are taking as soon as the clock starts. And, you know, those butterflies obviously are not carrying them to their landings.
So here's Yuki Kodono currently in that bronze medal position. There you see the clock, 17.5 minutes to go.
Yuki Kodono, that was a very mellow trick. Switch backside 1080. Yuki Kodono is capable of a switch triple back 1620. Right. He's also one of the only riders, in fact, to do a quad 1900.
But you see it, the smooth push. He knows he can start stacking, building the confidence, which is oh so paramount in an event like this.
Seve de Buck, what I love about this guy right here, he just loves to have fun. In practice, he was doing double front flips, and let's see what he's going to do here. As he flies in, I think that was a backside triple cork.
Kind of looked like he initiated it. So, Seve de Buck, cool story. You mentioned it on his first run. He didn't even know he was in the contest till almost an hour ago.
We were having Fruit Loops with him this morning, and he thought he just had a day off.
That's a real story, folks. I really enjoy Fruit Loops. Great breakfast buffet where we're staying.
So Seve de Buck putting down a trick. We'll see where that scores him. Obviously just put down a 9 on the right in his first run. So if you're just joining us, Chris Corning, the X Games rookie, right now temporarily holding the lead with that 53. Of course, he's got 2 runs down, and half the field still has to go for their second attempt. And there's a beautiful look, boys, at this jump. Take one more look.
This is Sebe de Buck's last jump. Backside triple cork. Really trying to muscle it around. You see his left hand grabbing that shin there, Jack? Judges don't like that.
They don't like that, but do they like the fact that he held it all the way through every single flip?
So there's a rose and thorn in that jump, if you will.
Kind of like your shirt.
Next to drop in, a member of the Norwegian national team, MONS RØISLAND, currently in 5th place.
Struggled on his first jump. Looks like he's going to be taking off the same way he did there. Getting a lot of mustard on it.
Oh, doesn't hold on.
Backside triple cork 1440 from the young Norwegian. Has some success in slopestyle, none in big air, though.
And here he is, Mark McMorris, trying to get back on top. This is an event he's won before.
1, 2, 3.5. Perfect triple 1620 for Mark. He's got to feel good about that.
That's the way you set the tone, Jack. We saw Mark fall on his first run on that trick. Mark's best way of spinning, or his most natural one, the backside rotation, and that's what he does here. 4.5 full rotations, 3 off kilter dips, puts it down like a boss.
Look at that landing.
And for fans watching at home who have never seen Mark, average X Games finish through 16 competition starts, 2.06. That's the 3rd best in X Games history, behind the light great Dave Mirren, of course, Tony Hawk. That's how incredible the start to Mark McMorris' career has been. But here is Marcus Cleveland, 18 years old, our defending silver medalist.
Had a very violent fall on his first jump, Jack. We kind of speculated maybe going for that quad 1800, pulled out of it a little bit on that first jump, and here clearly only going for the triple cork.
Yeah, you know what? I think at this point he just wants to land something, you know, just calm the nerves down, start to feel good again, and then I guarantee you we're going to see another quad out of him.
So here's our defending gold medalist, the most successful big air athlete in X Games history, trying to add to his total of 8 medals, Max PARROT.
Currently sitting in 4th place. Let's see if he can bump up to the top right here.
Taking off switch. Going, switch.
Tries to sweep it around.
Switch 1800, triple cork. Now, Max PARROT is really the only rider that can do the 1800-degree rotation with a triple cork off kilter spin. So difficult. He needs to get that down.
So a 39 jumping PARROT up into 3rd. Want to let you guys know Sunday, our X Games coverage from Aspen continues on ESPN2 at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the women's ski big air and the men's ski slopestyle finals.
Not only that, Brando, at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific on ESPN, it's the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard Super Pipe and Snow Bike Best Trick Finals.
Now don't forget, all of our X Games coverage is also streaming live on that beautiful ESPN app.
Boys, we're just getting started here at the Real Cost Men's Snowboard Big Air Final. It's the rookie, Chris Corning, leading the way. More from Aspen right after this.
Hey, my name's Mark McMorris. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I do play video games. I play Mark McMorris Infinite Air.
My name is MONS RØISLAND from Norway. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Oslo. Kendrick Lamar, for sure. He's a man. He's just a guy keeping it real and like keeping it old school, and yeah, just sounds nice. I like it.
Hi, I'm Chris Corning. I'm from Silverthorne, Colorado, and I'm 18 years old. I would take Fast and Furious over Star Wars because there's sweet cars in it.
Hey, my name is Max PARROT. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Bromont, Canada. I like Pineapple Express. I actually have the movie in my computer and I've watched it many, many times. It's pretty funny.
You're not only a viewer, but
Welcome back to night 2 here at X Games Aspen 2018. We're right in the middle of the Real Cost Men's Snowboard Big Air. Brandon Graham alongside Craig McMorris and Corbin Harris out there on the course. There we look at our defending gold medalist, Max PARROT.
We learned that he likes to watch the movie Pineapple Express. Let's also learn how he won the gold in 2017. quadruple underflip. We've never seen that at the X Games. Then he followed that up with a triple cork 1800. Hard to count when they're going that fast. But what you got to notice there, spins left on both of those rotations. The new rule added to Big Air this year, you can spin left, you gotta spin right too.
But there we take a look at our current leader. This young man is making his X Games debut, if you can believe it, with that score of 53. Still almost more than 14 minutes to play with, but Chris Corning has been impressive early.
Absolutely, and making it into that slope-style final tomorrow. He's got a lot of snowboarding ahead of him. Front side 1440, grabbing melon, landing clean.
The stage is not too big for Chris Corning. Wow.
Putting down a heater, front side 1440, 4 full rotations. I don't like the way he brings that melon grab up a little bit into that method rotation, but I do like the way he tries to poke it out at the end, and that landing. That's tough to do, the amount of weight on that front foot and to still ride away.
So Corning now with a 56 overall. Again, we count your 2 single best scores added together. Here's Tyler Nicholson, the Canadian, currently in 8th place.
Tyler Nicholson has yet to land a run, trying to switch things up here. Started going switch backside on his first couple runs, but going cab 14. Switch melon on his 3rd hit, so he gets a score in the books, Brando.
And again, it is a jam format, so you are afforded time to put those together, but you are against the clock, especially if you don't land something early. You know Tyler felt the pressure.
Every time you're taking that sled up and you don't have a score on the board, it starts creeping into the back of your mind. Tyler Nicholson, he gets a score on the board. He can breathe a little bit easier.
So here's Yuki Kadono. Currently in that silver medal position. As we've said, he's won this event before. It was at X Games Norway. We've yet to see him take the top spot in Aspen.
Switch back, triple 1620. If that's not the highest scoring jump thus far, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yuki Kadono just flexing on him. Woo! What a trick from Yuki. Take another look.
Why is this so difficult, folks? He comes in the jump his unnatural direction and spins switch backside. Goes off kilter 3 times, 4.5 full rotations, and then looks like he lands a straight air. I mean, come on, Brando.
Me likey. Did the judges? Let's find out. A 38. Jumping him up with a 68 overall into gold medal position.
That's probably the best place you can be sitting.
Here's that Cinderella story. Sebe de Book, currently in 6th place. He was an alternate, did not think he was going to be competing tonight, and yet here he is.
Now Sebe. Oh! The worst falls are the ones you don't see coming. Sebe de Buck put that triple cork down, was riding away, and his heel got caught.
There we see X Games Medical running out. Let's take another look at what went wrong here, Craig.
It was all good in the air. Backside triple 1440. I like the way he grabs Indy there. He has this trick, wanted to clean it up, but you can see him land here. Watch the rotation of the heels, and once that catches in the snow, that's a no-go.
Yeah. Sebe getting up. We like to see that. We'll find out if he's going to continue, but we just hope that he's okay at the moment. But again, back to Yuki. What a trick to put down, and we saw him building that up. Really great to see. And I don't know if that'll hold. We'll see what he can do for his 2nd trick to really bump that score and make some noise as far as the podium's concerned.
We talked about this.
What is he thinking about there, Brando? I think I'd like to know, but I just really don't. Got a 1620 first jump. What is he going to do on his 2nd? I'm thinking something switch backside 1620-ish.
So we talked about it. It's just the Canadian Air Force when it comes to big air, the dominance, the first start, 3 years apart, but each have 3 gold medals. The average finish, Max 1.5, and your brother Mark 2.
That's a winning pedigree. That's what all that is right there.
It's always one or the other, and it just seems to be that year in, year out. Yuki Kadono trying to crash that podium party. We'll see if it holds up, but those are 2 big dogs with some tricks up their sleeves. So here's MONS RØISLAND, currently in 7th place. The needs a solid score here.
Mons opting to spin the same way he's been spinning thus far throughout the event, getting that backside triple, so he's got that one down. Now he can move to that switch backside rotation he is so famous for.
That was pretty, Craig.
That was very well done. Although he could clean up the landing a little bit, and this backside triple is not going to be scored that high because we have already seen a number of riders drop a 1620, which is that trick with another 180.
You're a details guy.
You know, it's all in the details.
So here's Mark McMorris, owner of 7 X Games gold medals, currently in 5th place.
I like to say I know him, and I do. Switch backside 1620! Landing a little backseat heavy, but he got the rotation around. If Mark can put that one down, I believe he will rival Cadono for that #1 spot.
Absolutely. Already that solid 33 on the right. What can he do on the left? And then, oh, by the way, try to bump that right trick back up. Here's Marcus Cleveland, currently in 8th place.
1, 2, 3, 4. Quad 1800. That was insane!
He's a cheat code. He is a human cheat code. Marcus Cleveland with another quad.
I was about to say as he was dropping in, he was looking a little lost out here, and then he goes and drops a quad like he's been doing it for years. Come on!
And the credential flare to boot.
Well, you just want to know the name. Who's doing that 1800? Well, just take a look. He's got the athlete lounge pass, too.
A 13 on the right. And Marcus Cleveland just put the entire field on notice. A 47, Craig.
That is our highest one jump score we have seen. Max Parrot, he's feeling the pressure.
And just like that, our defending gold medalist has to drop in, currently in 5th place.
Going for that cab triple 1800, he puts it down. Now we got a title fight here. A couple bobbles off the top there, Brando, but now people are getting connected.
With these guys, success breeds success, and that's something you have to give Max Parrot. If you push him, he's going to push back. He saw what Marcus Cleveland just did. So he goes, let me come out, clean something up. A 44 there, so a 74. That catapults Parrot back into familiar territory, 1st place.
It's just musical chairs with this podium here, Brando, and I like it a lot.
Chris Corning, he was in 1st place not 3 minutes ago, and now he's off the podium in 4th as we're reaching just under the 9-minute mark here in the final.
Now, Chris Corning, that is almost a setup jump. We saw Marcus Cleveland do the quad 1800. We know Chris Corning has a quad 1800 as well. That quad 1800 is a step up from what he just did. Will he drop that quad? We'll have to wait and see.
So a score of 31 for Corning. That bumps up his right, or excuse me, his left, putting him into bronze medal position. Here's Tyler Nicholson in 6th place.
We saw him go cab 1440. Now he's going frontside 1440. And our follow cam just got lit up, and understandably so. Wow. I said off the top, Tyler Nicholson, he's built like a bulldog. He can take high impact.
Look at this one more time. I don't know if we're going to get our follow cam in this shot. He got a little lost in the sauce, but
you never want to get lost in the sauce.
Nice. This was nice.
Frontside 1440 on that 4th blue line. You see those blue lines on the landing? Those are reference points for the judge to see how far the riders are going down. Tyler Nicholson, he airs almost over all of them.
So what does Yuki Cadono do here? He's currently in 2nd place. Is he building up towards something here, Craig?
Well, essentially, he's only landed 1 jump. Looking to add to that. Whoa! Okay! Hit the jump, grab your board, and hold on for dear life. Yuki Cadono trying a quad. And we're not talking about all-terrain vehicles. I said that one before. I'm sorry. I got to say it again. Because this is an insane era of snowboarding. Double corks were invented. There's nothing going to be bigger than that. Then people started dropping triple corks, and now we're dropping quads. Multiple riders are dropping quads.
And don't beat yourself up. It's a gem of a line.
Thank you.
Use it again.
I might use it. So Sebi de Buck obviously not taking his next run from that fall. We're on to MONS RØISLAND of Norway, the young Norwegian. Going 1260. He says he's safe. It's obviously not what he wanted, especially when you see guys dropping quads, 1620s,
and
triples.
again, it just shows you the quick pace of this event. We're already below the 6.5 minute mark. Now these guys are starting to think, man, I might get just one more shot here. Here's Mark McMorris, currently in 6th place. He needs something big here to crash that podium.
And he's got the trick, the switchback triple 1620. Boom!
There it is.
2 scores on the board. Mark McMorris has got to be happy. He's got that 33 on the right. This will be his left total score. Let's take a look at this. Holding that grab the entire time. Really goes upside down, a lot more than we're used to seeing on that switch backside rotation. The only thing I can take away is that little hand down, Brando, but that's pretty good.
Slight hand drag. We'll see if the judges penalize him on that. A score of 28. Interesting is 61, so it does bump him up in a bronze medal position, but make no mistake, Mark McMorris did not come here for bronze medal.
Marcus Cleveland, last run, dropped a quad. He's got to spin the opposite way, and he goes switchback triple, something we haven't seen from him. This format, Brando, makes the riders do tricks they're not used to doing. You have to spin once right, you have to spin once left.
Marcus earned a gold medal in slope style last year. He earned, landed the first quad in big air last year. Now he's trying to win a gold in this event. He's got the single highest score of the night with that 47. And this has definitely got to push him over the top.
It will push that 13 out of the equation, but it won't really jump him up that far. With the 26, he's going to be sitting in that 2nd place position.
Puts him into silver medal position. Marcus Cleveland, what can he do to jump up that score? He may get one more run, but here is our current leader, our defending gold medalist, Max PARROT.
Got that cab triple 18. Now he's going front triple 14.
Was he built in a lab?
I don't know what he's made of, but it's scary.
It looks so seamless, Craig. And now he's in an enviable position because guys have to chase after him. He can land tricks right now to see if he gets pushed.
Absolutely. He's got 2 big scores. Now he can start really mixing it up, trying something new or improving on the jumps he's done, trying to clean them up. But, I mean, that cab 18 and that front triple, it's going to be hard to clean those up any more than he already has.
Bumps up that 31 on the right. So here's Chris Corning, who was leading this thing halfway through the X Games rookie. He's now in 5th place, trying to jump up into that podium spot.
Frontside 1620. Now he's kind of jumping back and forth here. We saw him go frontside 1440. He got a high score. Then he tried a backside triple. We thought he was alluding to a back quad, but he didn't do that. Now he jumps back to that front side rotation. So he's kind of jumping back and forth. He's already got a score on that front side rotation. So if he landed that, it would only negate that front side score, making him have to do that backside rotation again. Backside or switch front side, if you will.
So here's Tyler Nicholson, currently in 6th place. Needs a huge score here, Craig.
Ooh, switching up the grabs there. Not really getting that much rotation. I don't think that will add to his total. Tyler Nicholson, though, recovering from an ACL surgery 8 months ago.
Right.
He has been on fire in practice. He's been on fire in practice in big air, and we're going to get the pleasure of seeing him compete in slopestyle on Saturday.
So not the night that Tyler Nicholson was looking for in big air, but as you said, bigger fish to fry. He hit the podium last year in slopestyle. He's trying to defend that tomorrow in the final. Here's Yuki Kadona, who's just been simply brilliant tonight. And he's sitting in the bronze medal spot. What can he do to potentially jump? up to 1 or 2.
I literally have no idea what Yuki will do right here. Oh my! How? What are you made of?
Did he just ride away from that, Craig?
I don't think that really counts as a land because he literally landed on his stomach and then used wizardry to ride away. Like, what part of Hogwarts are you from? Look at this. Quad 1900 goes full on into the ground, disappears, pops back up and is riding away. How?
What sorcery, the core of this young man.
Any other human being probably would have broken both their legs.
Well, Sebede Book got injured on his 3rd run, so to get a little bit more on that, let's head down to Corbin Harris with the report on Sebe.
Hey boys, how you doing? You're looking good up there. Unfortunately, I've got some news right now. Sebe is 100% out, but he's gone to check in with the X Games doctors, and he is hopefully going to be okay. So that's the news with Sebe.
Thank you, Corbin. So here's Mons RØISLAND dropping in right now. He's currently in 7th place as we're under a minute to play with.
Now that's that switch backside 1616 that Mons made very, very famous in his slopestyle bronze medal running in 2016.
There is our leader, our defending gold medalist, Max Parrot. He's got that 74. Can he be pushed? Mark McMorris, this is your chance, sitting in 4th place.
Dropping in switch, so he will attempt that switch backside 1620 he landed 1 run ago, but he wants to clean it up. Gotta get going though. Much better. Much better.
Very clean for Mark. Again, sitting just outside of podium position at a 61 overall. Take a look at this.
Looking real good. Just a board and a head floating with that full camo kit. Switch backside 1620, and look at that backhand, that right hand. Not using it for support. It was very, very low, but I don't think the judges are going to count that as a hand touch.
So Max Parrot is our leader. Marcus Cleveland is sitting in silver medal position. What can Marcus do to potentially take home the gold?
Switch backside 1440, and it escapes him for the 2nd year in a row. Marcus Cleveland puts down a quad 1800 and doesn't get the gold. That's your winner.
That is so heavy, Craig, and with that, Max Parrot defends his gold medal.
Back-to-back golds in big air, Canadian domination. It's a real thing here.
And with this, a victory lap. This one is for the fans here at Buttermilk.
Now Max Parrot not only winning the gold in big air, but claiming the all-time medal count in a big air event. Max Parrot's got to be happy with that
And
one.
there is our podium for the Real Cost Men's Snowboard Big Air Final. Max Parrot adding a 4th Big Air gold medal to his collection. Just a terrific performance across the board. Let's head down to Corbin, who's with our gold medalist.
Congratulations. What is it about this particular event that you love so much?
I love X Games Big Air because we get to ride the biggest jump of the year, and the jump is just perfect. And I love being in the air as long as I can. Everyone killed it tonight, and I like X Games because we always see progression and guys throw downs and quads. It's pretty insane. And yeah, pretty stoked to back up my win from last year. Super happy.
Congratulations, Max.
Thank you very much.
What a performance. Max Parrot, there's no shaking him.
He had a chip on his shoulder, doesn't make the finals in slopestyle. That's a big name, that's a big upset, so he was very hungry. The fact that he won a gold medal without a quad, that's also very impressive. You gotta think though, if Marcus Cleveland would have landed that switchback triple, it would have been a totally different story.
No doubt about it. A big air machine. That is Max Parrot adding to his gold medal collection. An incredible night here at the Real Cost Men's Snowboard Big Air Final. Marcus Cleveland unable for the 2nd consecutive year to take that gold medal because it's Max PARROT winning it once again, adding to his medal count. It's now 9 overall. He has won this event outright 4 times.